All right, guys. So we are 28 hours away from closing pre-sale round one. It's been pretty good, 4,035 yield boxes right now, and it's pretty exciting. Due to the market conditions, this is excellent numbers. Just right as what we expected, honestly. With what's going on in crypto and all that, we know that this is not the best time, but it is our time. In regards to our services, prediction game is prediction game is going extremely well. We're finalizing some testing, just little things that we have to iron out before we can actually release it. But it's looking pretty great. We're going to have that prior to launch, obviously. The marketplace is also going extremely well. We're entering some other testing, and then we'll be expanding to other networks other than AVAX, and then we'll be launching. I think the launch will happen in AVAX, and then after like a week or so, or 2 weeks, we'll be able to launch in the other networks, and then we'll push the marketing for that. And we're pretty excited about the marketplace. It's going to be revolutionary. It's going to change the way people mint and create NFTs and buy them and everything. So really exciting changes to the marketplace. And more of that will come later at a later AMA. In terms of SPA, everything's going extremely well. The first simulations we've been running are extremely well. The testing went pretty well. It is fully working. We're just doing some things with the Oracle to prevent flash loans. There's two ways of doing this. We have the easy way, which is creating a DEX on our own website. But we really don't want to do that because that's very centralized. So we really want to push forward a couple more days to finalize the Oracle to make sure that we can actually just have it on Trader Joe, so that you guys can buy and sell Valley on Trader Joe without it being centralized, and the SPA will be 100% working there. So it's a little bit harder than just creating your own DEX, but it's definitely gonna bring us a huge advantage in terms of decentralization for the users. With that being said, today we're introducing something a change to the protocol. In the past, we have tried to do something like this, but due to the conditions, we couldn't do it. So today we're introducing, and I know some of you are very excited for this since you guys have been mentioning, we're introducing yield box decay. So now that the price, we have SPA, and SPA can predict the price and maintain the price over hundreds of days. We are introducing a 300-day decay on yield boxes. We're doing this right now because we actually have SPA and we can predict the price, and you can know exactly how much money you're going to get out of each yield box. This is a great step for sustainability, and it's something that we believe it's necessary for the protocol, and will just continue to increase the sustainability of ValiFi and just increase the longevity of the project. We couldn't do this before because in the past we didn't know what the price of value was going to be. But as of right now, since you have SPA and the people who bought prior to launch, they would get about a 4 to a 5x on their money, and then people who buy after launch will get a 3x. This just makes the protocol even more sustainable than what it really is. And our mission here is to be transparent and to just build the most sustainable protocol that we can, basically. No, there's no taping. There's no tapering. It's going to be 300 days of 0.1 rewards when both conditions are met, when you have paired it with a yield box, a yield key, and maintenance fee. And if you're not generating rewards because you sold your yield key, that will stop the rewards. Once you add the rewards, it will keep counting. So it's not 300 days after creation. It's just 300 days of actual rewards. So the most a yield box can give you will be 30 Valley. Yeah, so you will, out of every yield box, you will get 30 Valley, and you know what the price is going to be. You're going to be able to predict the price. You know, since we're maintaining the price, so you know exactly how much money you're going to get out of each yield box. So this is just a change that we're able to do now because of SPA again. There's other protocols that have tried to implement this, like Strong, and it doesn't work for them because they don't have a stable price, and investors cannot predict how much the price of value will be, or the price of their token will be after X amount of days. But since we do have SPA, you're able to predict the price. You know exactly how much money you're going to get out. So this is why we're introducing this. After 300 days, basically that yield box dies and it cannot longer produce any more rewards. Now, we know that this is a little bit shocking, so close to launch, but this is, we're doing something right now. For those of you who don't feel comfortable with extending the sustainability and longevity of this project, we are opening up the refund. So you can get 100% of your refund if you're not exactly happy with this change. We do, the core team, we believe that this is the best change. And another puzzle piece to the sustainability problem. We have been talking about the sustainability puzzle for a while. You know, each piece that we add to this ecosystem pushes for more sustainability for the protocol. So that's why if you feel like this is not good for you, then we're opening the refund for exactly 72 hours. So you have until Monday to get your refund, 100%. Yeah, again, SPA is looking extremely well. The tests we have running and all the simulations are looking extremely well. So we'll be able to maintain the price. And that means that you know exactly how much money you're going to get out of each yield box. You can invest without worrying about the price of value dropping and then not knowing if you actually got an ROI. With this, you know exactly how much ROI you're going to get out. As of right now, we do have a little estimate of how much the SPA will keep the price. It's looking between $40 and $45. We did mention the launch price was going to be at 40. So we want to keep it between there for now, see how it goes first, and we can increase over time. Yeah, those are just our rough estimates right now, and that's what we aim to achieve. It could be higher. I'm not sure 100%, but that's what we're aiming for. As we continue forward, the ValiFi team will keep using some of the earned money from our services to buy back yield keys from the market, to ensure that there's fewer and fewer every time. Those will be burned. They're not going to be released again. So that way, legendary yield keys start gaining more value. Does the protocol even need a utility if SPA will maintain price? Yes, absolutely, of course. SPA is not like a magic wand. You do need money influx and out. Obviously, SPA takes away a lot of that pressure from the protocol needing to perform in terms of utility and generating money, because SPA itself makes money. But there will come a time where SPA might need some cash, And that's why we're developing our utilities to ensure that we can keep the peg for much, much longer. And that's just the reality of price stabilization algorithms that even other protocols have, and us. At some point, there will, if there's no new users for a very long time, then you will need to actually put in money. That's just how it works. It doesn't generate money out of nowhere. Obviously, it does arbitrage, and with good volume, it should be able to maintain itself for a very, very long time. That's just the way SPA works, and that's the way that any other price stabilization tool works. Yeah, we believe. Again, I wanna make sure that everyone's clear that this is possible now due to the fact that we have SPA and the price will be maintained. You know exactly how much money you're gonna get out. Before, when we tried to do this earlier back in the day, I don't know if you guys were here. I know some of you were. We didn't know exactly how much the price of value was gonna be after X days. So now that we do know, we're able to offer a reward decay, which further pushes sustainability in the protocol, which further pushes the movement of money and keeping everything fresh, people coming back. So it's all looking extremely well for ValiFi. I think with what we have now, we have done as much as we can for sustainability prior to launch, and we're just very excited to see what the future holds for ValiFi with all these little puzzle pieces that we have put together to solve the sustainability problem. There's no claiming fee. There's no claiming fee. SPA does need a sales tax. That was one of the changes we made. We did take away the whale tax that we had because it's no longer needed with SPA. But SPA does need I believe it's a 10% tax on sales to ensure that it keeps running. Well, to help it. It just helps it, actually. Based on some simulations and calculations that we ran, 300 days sounds extremely good and competitive in terms of other protocols, and it's just the number that made sense for ValiFi after taking account the tokenomics and the SPA and all this stuff. Yeah, there'll be no tax for compounding. There'll be no tax for claiming. There's no tax for buying. There's only a sales tax. That's it. No, legendary. Okay, so there's a difference between yield keys and yield boxes. Your yield keys are yours. They're assets. You can sell them in the market for whatever price you want. Or and then yield boxes is what makes you money. The yield boxes will be the thing that decays. Your yield keys will stay in your wallet, and you can just repurchase yield boxes after 300 days and keep making more money. So yield keys will stay with you. They're yours. They're your asset. You can do whatever you want with them. You can use them to generate more yield boxes. So they will not go away. They will not end. They will not fade. Nothing like that. So that's yours forever, basically. We can't even change that contract anymore. Yeah, yield keys. Yield keys are reusable. And whenever you feel like, hey, listen, I've had enough. I'm out. I have to leave crypto. I have this emergency. You can always trade those yield keys for money and get the money back, or even make a profit. Currently, we do not have any plans for. Well, we do have plans of staking, but we don't know the actual percent for. We're still calculating that, but that will come after launch. We will definitely make a staking pool that you can stake your value to earn even more value. Yeah, I know decay, the word decay doesn't sound very good, but in terms of sustainability for a protocol that has a price stabilization algorithm, it makes complete sense, and it actually just makes it much more sustainable over the long run. So we can run this, for even 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades, and that's the plan that we have here. You know, crypto is going to keep growing in the world, and I think after we pass through this bear market, things are going to get a lot better. So crypto is just going to continue to be part of this world, and there's no doubt that that crypto will be here for decades to come, and I think it's the future. That is the goal. Yeah, that is the goal, to be here for decades. And I think this is a puzzle piece that needs to be put into the sustainability puzzle to ensure that ValiFi is here for a very, very long time. And again, those who don't really agree with us in terms of sustainability don't want to see this project be long term, and they just wanted a cash grab. And this announcement specifically doesn't do them any good. There's always going to be that refund. You can get 100% of your money back, and that way, there's no issues with that. I understand that Tucker is, for example, is saying it's not that we don't agree; it's about transparency. This is what we're coming up now that we're testing spot. We didn't have spot months ago or weeks ago. This is what we have now, and this is what the issue that we're seeing, and this is how we solve that issue. The price that spot determines. Sorry, the price that spot maintains, it's set in the contract itself, and potentially it could be increased over time, and that's what we hope to do. As the protocol becomes more sustainable with our services and all that, we hope to increase the price over, 50, 60, 70 over the years. There's no fee for claiming value rewards. Yes. Basically, the team sets the price in the spot, and it can decrease or increase. Yes. No, I think it will be the bottom price will be brought up, which brings up the window. It's not like the window is gonna get wider, like the window of spa, the range. The range always has to be 10%. So it's just gonna go up. If we go to 100, then it's 100 to 110. That's how it is. No, when you compound, you can just go straight to from Valley to the yield box. So you just there's gonna be a compound button. You click it, it takes Valley, it gives you a new yield box. There's no need to trade it for USDC.E. So for compounding, you can use your 10 Valley that you have in your rewards. But for creating a brand new yield box from zero, you need half and half. Yeah, after it's not after 3 days of owning, it's 300 days of reward payout. So 300 days of constant reward payout, like it could be split up because you traded your yield key or something like that. But each yield box will generate you 30 Valley. That's it. whether that takes 400 days or 500 days because you disabled it in the middle, that's fine. It's not going to be from the day of creation. So it's 300 days of actual reward payout. Yes, there's going to be a counter on each yield box that will let you know how many rewards are left in that yield box that it can generate you. That's how it's going to be handled. Yes, SPA has a potential to increase the price in the future. Absolutely. As of right now, the SPA will maintain the price between $40 and $45. In the future, that's going to slowly be increased over time. Again, compounding, you can just use 10 Valley from your rewards. I believe there are the unclaimed rewards, so you don't have to claim. You just click compound and it takes those rewards and it gives you a brand new yield box. You don't even have to do the claiming transaction. I will have to clarify that for next AMA. I don't think the spot price will need to be decreased. I think we're starting at a very safe space and it's just going to keep going up from there. We have no plans of decreasing it basically ever. So if you have generated rewards in your account and they're unclaimed, which means they're still on your yield boxes, you can just trade that into a new box by compounding. If you take out the rewards and then you go to buy a yield box, then that will take half and half in stable, half in Valley. But if you just do it straight from there, it's going to compound with the 10 Valley. You don't need to add stable. Yeah, I think we have some questions here. 1 second. What is the percentage split between Treasury and SPA pool on launch? So we're running the same percentage as our backend engine that it's on our white paper. The only difference is that what was gonna go to reward, it actually goes to liquidity. That's how we're running that. Can we know the numbers of months that we can sustain if there's no new yield box creation and from sell pressure from the extreme test numbers that you're testing? Those numbers I currently don't have. I know they're more than 100 days, but I don't have the exact number with me right now with the testing. Can we invest in some AVAX, BTC, and DCA as we see best for the bull run? Yes, that is a strategy that we're working on to invest into blue chip stocks. It's actually on our white paper now. Blue chip crypto, not stocks. For preparing for this bull run, there's going to be a bull run and it's going to be very profitable. So what's going to happen to the remaining V1s if someone didn't convert to V2? You can still convert to V2 anytime you want. We are seeing about half of the yield keys have been converted to V2, which means as of right now, only half are actually in circulation for the protocol. The other half are stuck in someone's wallet that maybe they forgot they even bought it, or maybe they lost the keys. So as of right now, the supply of legendary yield keys is only 2,400 or 500, something like that. You can compound. It will just so when you compound, it will just take the next available space. It's gonna try to put it in the cheapest, in the higher tier yield keys, and then it's gonna go down the line from there. There is no transfer tax for the Valley token. I'll have to clarify because I'm not sure if transfer tax is the same as the sales tax, but I don't think it is. So there's no transfer tax to send to your friends on Valley. Yes, the 10% tax. Right now we say it's 10% because that's the estimate. It might be a little bit lower, but we're looking. The spa is giving us around 10% tax. So and yes, that would be in Trader Joe if you sell. Validator notes, we don't have any plans for that right now, but we're looking to expand our investments. I forgot to mention the investment we did on Wednesday and Thursday. It's only been one day and it already made 1%, 1.3% since yesterday. So it's going extremely well with the trader that we got. Again, in 1 week we'll report the actual earnings completely. We did face the fee depositing for the trade ops and all this stuff. So the total amount that we deposited was 9,725, and it's looking extremely good in terms of percentages. Just from yesterday to today, we made 1.3% on our money, so it's looking very good. We're also gonna be proposing a different strategy of trading very very soon, so that should be up next week. No, the rebalancing happens. I believe it happens in contract, so there shouldn't be any issues with maintaining. We can literally put whatever value we would want, even from $1, but that's obviously gets harder. But there shouldn't be any issues with keeping that price that we have. That 10% tax, it comes from the coin itself. It doesn't go to Trader Joe. It goes to ValiFi. That's a question for Blade. Blade, are we updating the Spotify podcast soon? Not sure. Yes, the 10% happens when you trade it in Trader Joe. It means like when you go sell the token, it takes the 10% tax. Do we have any hand raised? Because I think that's pretty much it. We can take a little bit more questions, and then that'll be. I guess we can recap really quickly. All the services are being tested. the prediction game needs a little bit more time. The marketplace is going extremely well. SPA has been showing very promising results. We're very, very excited about what the team has been able to achieve in terms of programming that whole thing. We're trying to make it as decentralized as possible, in the sense that you don't need to use our own swap to swap the token, which just opens the possibility and it just makes it more comfortable for investors to invest. Thanks to the SPA, that we're able to maintain the price, and you're able to know exactly how much money you're going to get after 300 days. We're introducing a 300-day decay on yield boxes alone. So it's 300 days of actual yield generation, which means you would get 30 Valley out of each yield box. Everything else will remain the same. Yes, we're still on target for launch. Yes. The contract has not been sent to CERTIC yet. It's going to be sent between, I believe, tomorrow and early next week. But don't worry, we have a really fast lane in CERTIC that we're able to audit it extremely quick. It won't take the normal process time. It'll be a lot quicker. Please don't sell your body to buy more yield boxes. That's not healthy. But again, this is, as we look at the big picture, we look at sustainability as a whole. We believe that this is the correct move for ValiFi, and it's just what needs to be done to maintain a protocol for even longer than a decade. With this, we're just very excited for this change. And the fact that we have SPA there and it's going to be able to maintain the price, we're very excited about that. We're building out our services. Everything's looking pretty good. And I think the delays, I know we have faced some delays, but I just think everything's falling in place very, very nicely. And the team is very, very motivated, very excited to be here, very thankful for the opportunity. And we're also very thankful for this amazing community that's been very supportive to us, even though we have delayed a lot of things. But I think it's for the better. Right now, we have a much more solid protocol than we used to have. Before, and it's just looking extremely well for ValiFi. The yield box, it's yield box refunds is for yield boxes alone. Legendary yield keys can be sold in the marketplace. And if you have a V2, you can sell it after. You can sell it after launch. No, you don't claim on Trader Joe. You claim on our website. You do have to do the swap on Trader Joe. So if you want to swap your Valley for USDC, you go and you sell the Valley and you get USDC. And that transaction has a 10% tax. It's just like any other token where you go swap it in the DEX. Same thing. No, the maintaining of the price is done within the contract of the ValiFi token. Trader Joe is not the one that maintains the price. Trader Joe is a way to trade your tokens for fiat, or not for fiat, for USDC. We are making the move, as some of you guys mentioned, that we are making the move to USDC, away from USDC.E. But that would come over the coming days. So the price of Valley will not move from that range unless we see how everything's performing, and then we choose to increase the range in that contract. I think Chimp has the explanation. Chimp, can you explain a little bit USDC.E and versus USDC?
Yeah, sure. So there are two contracts. The USDC.E is the bridged version, which is on Avalanche and it's on Moon River.
Wait, you
And
have some noise.
what's that? Sorry.
There's some noise that we can hear.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
So basically, the USDC.E is the bridged version of the USDC contract. It's the wrapped version, which is on the Avalanche network and on the Moon River network. So it's we just heard that it could cause a faster depegging than the native one, than the native USDC on Avalanche. These are things that we've been hearing. We're not sure if it's entirely true or how exactly it backs the token up in comparison with each other, but we feel it's safer to move to just the native USDC, and it's not a short-term problem right now, but yeah, eventually we will, just to make sure that everything's protected.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So the second event, I know at this point in the market, it doesn't really make sense, but we did promise it to people, and that's already hard coded into the contract, so we can't really make changes to that. For those who want to buy at $400 a yield box, again, you're buying at the lower bound, and you don't know if yield boxes will ever be at that lower bound. It might stay at 44, 45. So you're saving a couple up to $50 by just buying in pre-sale round two. Again, this is just for whitelisted members. If you have a legendary yield key, you can buy also yield boxes at 400 for the last two little slots that you have left, if you choose to. It's just another option that we're offering, but we understand with what's going on. What will it take for you guys to increase spot price from $40 to $70, as this was the initial plan of the project, was just starting? Well, yeah, a lot of things have changed since that beginning stages. Again, this is just our estimates of what we would like to maintain in the first. For now, obviously the devs are still running simulations. It might be higher than 40, but this is what we told them we would like. This is what we expressed that we would like to keep it at right now, just to ensure that everything's being tested, so it's running well. But just want to see how the protocol performs and everything, and then we can slowly increase it over time. But again, it just depends. It comes with the services, how we're doing all that stuff. How's the spa working? Again, yeah, it could start at 50. I'm just saying 40 to 44 because that's what we talked with the devs. But it could very well start at 50. We're just trying to make sure it makes sense in terms of sustainability and all that. It makes sense. I'll now that you guys mentioned 50 to 60 or 50 to 55, because it needs to be a 10% spread. I'll mention it to the devs so that they can run simulations with 50 to 55, and let's see if it's possible. And if it is, then we'll do it. Again, this is all going by the simulations and the testing. It's not something that we choose. Well, I guess this would be the end of the AMA. Sorry, I'm just reading. Again, we believe that this is a very good move for sustainability of the protocol. If this is something that you don't believe in, there will be a refund page open for 72 hours. We'll post that link in the announcements channel with all these announcements that we're making. Yes, it's 0.1. Right now, we believe we're at a very good position in terms of everything that we could do for sustainability of this protocol, and we're actually really ready to launch with all these changes that have been made over the past 5, 6, 7 months. We have a much stronger protocol now, and we're just very excited to see what the future holds. So if you have any more questions, you can always DM us. You can open tickets. You can ask our fantastic mod team. And if you want something more personal, you can DM us. DM the core team. Will be more than happy to help you. Yeah, shout out to Peanut, my man. He's doing an excellent job, and he's really excited for this too. I just want to thank each and every one of you for your support. And this has been a long journey. It's been almost 7 months now, and we're very excited for this, man. Launch is right around the corner. There's no delays as of right now. We don't think there'll be any, and we'll keep you guys updated. Thank you, guys. We'll make that announcement very soon with all the changes, and this recording will be published within the next hour. So thank you.